Thank you for tuning in to the WIBW Scholar Athlete Celebration, a special presentation by 13 Sports, sponsored by Caw Valley Bank and Ed Bozarth Chevrolet. And now, here is 13 Sports Director Marlia Campbell.
Welcome into our WIBW Scholar Athlete Celebration. Today, we're honoring 34 young men and women from 22 different high schools across Northeast Kansas who have excelled in the classroom, on the court, on the field, and in their communities.
That's right, Marlia. We wish we were with you right now in person celebrating, but of course the COVID-19 pandemic has gotten in the way of that. So this is a special time that we want to take to celebrate all of the incredible student athletes while everyone at home is staying safe. Throughout the 2019-2020 school year, with the help of our sponsors, Caw Valley Bank and Ed Bozarth Chevrolet, we've selected a Scholar Athlete of the Week to be honored on 13 News at 10 every Wednesday night. Now, in this 13 Sports Special, we're celebrating this incredible group of high school seniors.
Now, at the end of the show, we're going to draw two names to win $2,500 scholarships to continue their education, thanks to our Caw Valley Bank and Ed Bozarth Chevrolet sponsors. But first, it's time to meet our 2019-2020 Scholar Athletes of the Week. First up, we have Dion Barnes of Riley County. Barnes played football, he wrestled, and he participated in track and field for the Falcons. In 2018, he was a state qualifier in the latter of those two sports. Outside of sports, he stayed involved in extracurricular activities, student government, the art club, and the science club. He carries a perfect 4.0 GPA, and after high school, he plans on studying biology at Missouri Western State University.
Cooper Blackledge of Council Grove is up next. Blackledge played football, baseball, and was also a member of the track team for the Braves. He stayed very involved outside of sports as a member of the FFA, a foster child mentor, youth basketball coach, and announcer for Council Grove football. He's got a voice of gold. Blackledge carries a perfect 4.0 GPA, and he plans on going to Kansas State before finishing his college education at UMKC to become a dentist. Our
best wishes to him. Next up, we have Savanna Booth of Holton. Booth was a co-captain of the volleyball and the softball teams at Holton and a captain of the school's dance team. Her leadership skills there shine elsewhere, too. She served as co-president of Student Council, the treasurer of the National Honor Society, and co-editor of the school newspaper. After high school, Booth plans to attend KU, where she'll major in life science and getting on the pre-med track.
Good luck with the Jayhawks. Up next is Quinn Bussing of Axtell High School. Bussing is a multi-sport athlete competing in football, cross-country, basketball, track, and Legion baseball. Outside of athletics, he stayed involved in K's, forensics, National Honor Society, and the Scholars Bowl. And he did all that while maintaining a perfect 4.0 GPA. He plans on attending Highland Park Community College, where he'll major in exercise science.
Chloe Carter of Seaman High School is up next. Carter played 4 years of varsity basketball for the Vikings, and she maintains an excellent 4.2 GPA. She's a 4-star Sharp student, Sharp committee member, Kansas Honor Scholar, and a snowball candidate. Carter also participated in summer club basketball and track. She plans to attend Washburn University, where she'll major in pediatric nursing.
Up next is Gavin Carter of Washburn Rural. He's one of the best wrestlers around for the Junior Blues. The sport takes up a majority of his time as he wrestles 10 months out of the year. In addition to high school wrestling, he's also on a travel team. In the classroom, he carries a 3.4 GPA. Carter earned a scholarship to wrestle at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock next year. He plans on majoring in social work while there.
And good luck to him continuing his wrestling career. Next up, Bryce Cleme of Jefferson West. Bryce served as a football captain. He's also an all-conference running back and was listed as one of the top 100 3A football players in the entire state of Kansas. He also averaged 15 points per game as the captain of the basketball team and earned all-conference honors in track. Outside of athletics, he was in National Honor Society, a state honor scholar, and on the honor roll. He also coached powder puff football. He will attend Baker University to play football next year, where he plans to study business and entrepreneurship.
Whenever he got a chance, Bryce was a star. Up next is Alexis Dial of Shawnee Heights. Dial holds a 4.45 GPA. Unbelievable. Thunderbird fans have seen her star in 3 sports: volleyball, basketball, and softball. Away from athletics, she's a Kansas Honor Scholar, and she's involved with National Honor Society and Spirit Club. She's also a volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club, Harvesters, and at various elementary schools. Looking forward, she's accepted a scholarship to continue playing softball at Emporia State University, where she'll major in business.
A 3-time softball state champ for the Thunderbirds. Congratulations to her. Next up, Kylie Dole of Jackson Heights. Dole is a star basketball player for the Lady Cobras. She also played volleyball and ran track. Outside of sports, she served as class president, as well as president for the school's FBLA chapter. She also received the Presidential Excellence Academic and Northeast Kansas League Academic Awards, carrying a perfect 4.0 GPA. As a volunteer in the community, she's involved in Big Brothers Big Sisters, Feeding Children Everywhere, and a slate of other organizations. She will attend Kansas State, where she plans to dual major in nutrition and health with nursing.
Good luck to her with the Wildcats. Emma Gustin of Mission Valley is up next. Gustin played basketball and volleyball for the Vikings while also running track. She was a member of the cheerleading and dance teams as well. Gustin stayed involved in multiple extracurricular activities like FFA, FCCLA, National Honor Society, FBLA, SAFE, Student Council, and 4-H. She carries a 4.0 GPA and plans on attending Kansas State, where she wants to study athletic training and pre-physical therapy.
Sydney Hilmer of Hayden High is up next. Hilmer is a 4-year varsity volleyball and softball player for the Wildcats. Outside of sports, she was involved in National Honor Society, Catholic Heart Work Camp, and is a Hayden community captain. She's also on Superior Honor Roll, carrying a 4.53 GPA. Hilmer is committed to play volleyball at Pittsburgh State, where she plans on majoring in chemistry with an emphasis in pre-med.
I didn't know that GPAs could get that high. That's pretty astounding. Chey'enne James of Highland Park High School is up next. James is an excellent student, getting it done in the classroom with a 3.77 GPA. She played volleyball and softball and was also on the dance team. As senior class president and homecoming queen, she is extremely involved in the community, taking part in Girl Up Empowerment, Key Club, Young Life, Gear Up, Avid, Black Student Union, Scots Movement, and National Honor Society. James plans to attend Wichita State, where she'll major in biology and nursing.
Before we continue, we'd like to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Kaw Valley Bank, for making this celebration and our year-long recognition of all these young men and women possible.
We do a lot of things in the community here at Kaw Valley Bank, but this has always been my favorite. I personally love seeing and hearing about the things that the high school scholar athletes are doing, and they do so many great things. Kids are, they're wonderful. The amount of pressure that's on them now, and particularly this year, with the senior class having to go through what they've gone through, not being able to go to prom, finish out their baseball seasons, and graduations that are, a mess. We're hoping to be part of the solution, get back to normal around here, but I'm glad that we could stay involved in this program. I think this is the 4th consecutive year we've been involved in the program with WIBW, and again, it's one of my favorite things to do in the community. We've really enjoyed it.
Another big thank you to Kaw Valley Bank. Let's keep recognizing our Scholar Athletes of the Week. Next up, we have Chey'enne James of Topeka High. James is a tennis and basketball star for the Trojans. Off the court, he's a member of Mu Alpha Theta, Black Student Union, and National Honor Society. He's also a Kansas Honor Scholar, T-Calc Ambassador, and he volunteers for Meals on Wheels. And in the classroom, James has a 4.07 GPA. James plans to attend Langston University, where he will major in pharmacy.
A standout young man indeed. Rhett Kopis of Clay Center's up next. Kopis is a dominant wrestler for the Tigers, capping off a highly successful career with more than 100 career wins. Off the mat, he has a perfect 4.0 GPA and is in National Honor Society and the St. Peter and Paul Catholic Youth Organization. Up next, Kopis plans to attend Fort Hays State, where he'll major in health and human performance.
Cale Markham of Washburn Rural is up next. Markham is a dual sport athlete for the Junior Blues, competing in both basketball and baseball while maintaining an impressive 4.1 GPA. He's also involved in a slate of extracurricular activities, becoming a Team Blues mentor, referee for United Sports, and he coaches youth basketball and umpires youth baseball. He was also a King of Courts candidate. Cale will attend McPherson on a baseball scholarship, where he plans to major in psychology.
Good look at the next level. Kylie Massey of Northern Heights is up next. Massey has a perfect 4.0 GPA and is a multi-sport athlete, competing in softball, track, volleyball, and basketball. I don't know where she finds the time for homework, but she gets it done. She was in FFA, National Honor Society, and served as vice president of her class. Up next, Massey will attend Johnson County Community College on a basketball scholarship, where she plans on majoring in biochemistry.
Cord Madison of Washburn Rural is up next. Madison played football and ran track for the Junior Blues. Outside of sports, he's involved in Circle of Friends and Young Life. He's a coach and volunteer for Special Olympics and Upward Sports, and he's an umpire for Kenberry Baseball. He also does all of that while maintaining a 4.25 GPA, and he plans on majoring in special education administration in college. Next year, Madison will play football at Benedictine.
Logan Matsky of Silver Lake is up next. Matsky played football and ran track for the Eagles. He won 3 medals at the 2019 state track meet. How about that? Outside of sports, he was involved in multiple extracurricular activities like National Honor Society, Student Council, Select Choir, Musical Theater, FFA, and Youth Medical Explorers Post 911. He has a 4.0 GPA, and Matsky plans on attending KU to study anesthesiology, and hopefully he can keep those golden pipes going. I love a guy who can sing.
Best of luck to him. Merritt Mead of Santa Fe Trail is up next. Mead is a multi-sport athlete, volleyball, softball, and basketball, while also running track. While doing all of that, she carries a 4.26 GPA. Outside of sports, she's involved in FBLA, Student Council, 4-H, and National Honor Society. Up next, she plans on attending Washburn University. She has not yet decided on a major.
Sam Moore of St. Mary's High School is now on the clock. Football and powerlifting are Moore's sports of choice. He has a perfect 4.0 GPA and is involved in a slate of extracurricular activities like FFA, National Honor Society, and Eagle Scouts. Next up, Sam plans to attend Washburn University, where he'll major in nursing. A lot of respect from a fellow Eagle Scout to you.
Best of luck to him with the Ichabods. Taylor Morelli of Rossville is up next. Morelli is a multi-sport athlete for the Bulldogs, volleyball, basketball, and softball, while also cheerleading. Outside of sports, she stays extremely involved, part of the band, FBLA, Student Council, and National Honor Society. Morelli has a 4.14 GPA. She plans on going to Emporia State, where she will study secondary education with focus on math.
Cody Mulroy of Holton High School is the next one up. Mulroy is a 2-sport star in basketball and baseball. He has a perfect 4.02 GPA. He took part in a number of clubs and activities, including National Honor Society, Jackson County Youth Coalition, and FBC Youth Group. And he's a journalism online editor. How about that? He's coming for our jobs. Cody also volunteers at St. Francis ER and is a camp counselor for several different church camps. Up next, Cody's plan is to attend Missouri State University and intends to major in biomedical sciences with a focus on pre-optometry.
Jack Murphy of Topeka High, he is up next. Murphy played soccer and baseball while also powerlifting and swimming for the Trojans while maintaining a 4.25 GPA. Outside of sports, Murphy is senior class president, a Link Crew High leader, and founding member of the Political Science Club. He's also involved in National Honor Society, Kansas Honor Society, and is vice president of the Future Business Leaders of America. Murphy intends to go to K-State, where he'll study economics.
Good luck with the Wildcats. Now, time to take another quick pause to thank our second sponsor, Ed Bozarth Chevrolet. Without them, this program and our weekly Scholar Athlete of the Feature wouldn't be possible. Plus, each Scholar Athlete gets their posters hung for all customers to see and celebrate their achievements.
If you could see the customers, we had 150 customers a day in service, and everybody, when they come through into their waiting area, stop and read every one of those posters and look at every one of those kids. There's grandparents that want their kids' posters. There's somebody's aunt that's up, or niece that's on there. They take their poster, so they get a lot of attention. These kids that do this, it's amazing. Not only are they great athletes, but you look at all the stuff they accomplish, the clubs they're in school, the other stuff in the community they volunteer for. I'm happy to do it. The whole store is happy to do it.
Now, don't forget to get those posters. There's still a couple of them hanging out for you to come get. And we're so happy they sponsor our recognition of these amazing Scholar Athletes. Let's continue recognizing them. Next up is Cassidy Parks of Royal Valley. Parks is a dual sport athlete, volleyball and softball for the Panthers, while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. Parks is also really involved in other activities and clubs. She's a member of FFA, FCCLA, FCA, NHS, 4-H band, and drumline. After high school, she plans to go to Wichita State and study in nursing.
Beth Peterson of Topeka High is up next. Peterson is a 4-year varsity tennis star for the Trojans, team captain for them, and also a 6A state medalist in doubles. She also has an impressive 4.41 GPA. Outside of sports, she stayed very active in extracurricular activities, in the band as a squad leader and secretary for the National Honor Society. She's also a Kansas Honor Scholar as well. Up next, she'll attend KU, where she'll major in psychology and take part in the honors program.
Gideon Reamer of Silver Lake is up next. Reamer is a tri-sport athlete for the Eagles. Football, wrestling, and track are those three. He holds the school's records for both the longest discus throw and the fastest pin in wrestling at only 4 seconds. Outside of athletics, he's an FCA member in National Honor Society, and he's heavily involved in FFA. He has a perfect 4.0 GPA and plans to attend K-State, where he'll major in mechanical and nuclear engineering.
Andrew Schmidtline of Hayden High. Schmidtline played football and baseball for the Wildcats while carrying a 4.37 GPA. He's on Superior Honor Roll, also an all-school captain, secretary for Student Council, and treasurer for the Honor Society. Away from school, he spends time volunteering at St. Francis Hospital. Next up, Schmidtline will attend Washburn, where he plans to study biology and pre-med. He will also play baseball for the Ichabods.
Caitlin Shima of Topeka West is up next. Along with getting a 4.45 GPA, Caitlin played varsity volleyball through all 4 years of high school and varsity basketball and softball for 3. She was also an orchestra, link crew, National Honor Society, Student Council, Spirit Club, and her church's choir. Next up, she'll attend Bethel College, where she plans to major in pre-engineering.
Samantha Smith of Topeka West is up next. Smith is a dual sport athlete, volleyball and softball. She's excellent in the classroom with a 4.45 GPA and is in Champions Honor Roll, National Honor Society. She's also a 2019 TPS LEAP Award nominee, Kansas Honor Scholar, and in the school's Spirit Club. She also spends a ton of time volunteering with Topeka West Concessions, Stormont Vale Healthcare, and Midland Care. She will attend Avila University, where she'll play softball and major in occupational therapy.
Here's Megan Stretton of Shawnee Heights. Stretton is a tri-sport athlete for the Thunderbirds, competing in soccer, volleyball, and bowling, all maintaining an impressive 4.42 GPA. She was involved in Spirit Club and Fellowship of Christian Students. Looking ahead, she plans to continue her volleyball career for the Hornets at Emporia State University, where she'll study biology with her eyes set on a career in the health field.
Next up, we have Bailey Thompson of Hayden High. Bailey excels in the classroom with a 3.85 GPA. She's a dual sport athlete, playing softball and volleyball for the Wildcats. She was a part of Hayden's volleyball state champion squad in 2019. We should remember that one. Thompson was a member of National Honor Society, a community captain, student ambassador, and she worked on the yearbook. She'll attend Washburn, where she will major in radiation therapy.
Here's Braden Vaughter of Seaman. Vaughter is a dual sport athlete for the Vikings, playing football and baseball. Outside of sports, he's a member of the Seaman High Academic Recognition and Freshman Mentor Program. He also volunteers with the Silverbacks. In the classroom, he holds a perfect 4.0 GPA, and after high school, Vaughter will play baseball at Kansas City, Kansas Community College, where he plans to major in pre-dentistry.
Good luck to him. Josie Weiser of Jefferson County North is up next. Weiser is a multi-sport star. She's an all-state selection in both basketball and volleyball, and is a state track medalist as well. Away from athletics, she was in band, National Honor Society, and she's an official for youth softball and basketball. Weiser will play basketball at Missouri Western State, where she will study education.
Last but certainly not least is Ashley Wilson of Topeka West. Wilson is an accomplished 4-year varsity member of the bowling team while maintaining a 4.2 GPA. She was also in the marching and concert bands, as well as the choir, while also performing in theater. I respect my fine arts people. She's a National Honor Society and is a Kansas Honors Scholar. After high school, Wilson plans on going to Baker University to keep bowling. She wants to major in biochemistry and get on the pre-med track.
What an awesome group. Congratulations to all 34 of our 2019-2020 Scholar Athlete of the Week selections. We are so proud of each and every one of you. Now, earlier in the show, we told you we'd be drawing 2 names for winners of $2,500 scholarships, thanks to our sponsors, Kaw Valley Bank and Ed Bozarth Chevrolet. Now, Mitchell actually did this a few weeks back. Let's go ahead and show that now.
Thanks, Marlia. While we'd love to give scholarships out to everyone, we unfortunately can only pick 2, 1 boy and 1 girl. In front of me, I've got all the names of all the people that have won Scholar Athlete in the past. In the red hat, we have boys' names. In the black hat, we have girls' names. So everyone at home, do a quick little drum roll going as I pick first the girls. So mix this up a little bit. I promise this is all at random. All right. Our girl winning a scholarship from Kaw Valley Bank and Ed Bozarth will be Alexis Dial from Shawnee Heights High School. Congrats to her. Congrats to Alexis Dial. Next up, boys. Let me put this up a little bit. Everyone keep doing your drum rolls at home. Braden Vodder from Seaman High School is our boy winning a scholarship for being a scholar athlete for WIBW Channel 13. So once again, we have Braden Vodder from Seaman High School and Alexis Dial from Shawnee Heights. Congrats to both of these two. We caught up with both of them to see what it means to be a scholar athlete. Braden's always expected excellence on the field and in the classroom.
Freshman year, English, I got a B+. I was very ticked off about that.
One of only 2 Bs he's received in high school.
I think it was 88 or 89. It was very close to getting bumped up to an A.
Braden pushes himself to success with some family help.
I knew what assignments I needed to do. My parents were just there for the support and making sure that I get the grades that I need to get.
Schoolwork and athletics takes a careful balancing act.
There was many nights that it was 11, 12 o'clock at night, and one night I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning, I think, doing homework.
All the hard work is for a brighter future.
School gets the degree. The extracurricular activities with sports is just a side gig and side job for me. It's more about the degree so you can get a job later down the road.
Unfortunately, Braden's focus was narrowed to only academics when the global pandemic hit.
You had that chance your senior year to go out with a bang, and you can't really do that, and it's the worst feeling that you could have ever possible.
The Diamond has been a second home for Braden.
This would be my 15th year playing baseball.
Heading into his senior year, the team was hoping for a three-peat at state.
I love to play with a target on my back because you always have to play at the highest level to make sure that you can succeed.
But it was all taken away.
I always thought that we'd have that baseball season up until the basketball tournament. When they canceled the basketball tournament, I got a little worried there, getting that Twitter post.
Keisha regrets the lost opportunity for teams and players that have worked to achieve their goals.
Worst feeling you could ever have as a senior and a spring athlete.
He turned to his family for support.
When my mom got home, I said, can I go over to hang out with the guys one last time because our senior season is over? And then right when I asked her that, I started crying and tearing up really, really bad.
Was it kind of in that moment where it hit you that I'm not going to play baseball?
Yeah.
Next, the team grieved together.
We met that night, and we had these great memories, and being able to compete with each other and knowing that each other will have our backs.
With the Diamond closed, Braden had to cross home plate academically.
You know that you have to finish your your classes to get that diploma to make sure that you can go on to the next step of your life.
Braden completed his high school career with high marks academically, perfectly exuding what it means to be a scholar athlete. Braden still plans to play baseball at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. He told me he plans to study dentistry.
Congratulations to him. Awesome story there. Next up, let's go ahead and meet Alexis Dial.
If I keep my mind to it, I'll be able to achieve it.
That's the motto that's carried Alexis Dial from her early days on the field with her friends to a high school graduate, soon to be collegiate student athlete.
I've been playing multiple sports my whole life, starting from t-ball and playing flag football, swimming, a little golf, just basketball, volleyball, everything.
She continued that love for sports in high school while taking part in National Honor Society, Spirit Club, volunteering in the community, and carrying a 4.45 GPA.
She's worked so hard and has really had big goals, and she just never gave up.
She does her homework, goes to her practices, goes to her outside club sports on the weekends, and after say volleyball practice, and she would the school volleyball practice, she'd go to softball practice.
Late nights doing homework after practices, and early mornings to workouts or NHS meetings before school.
Alexis shined at Shawnee Heights in volleyball, basketball, and softball, but the Diamond was always home. And the game loved her back.
Our freshman year is their first state title in so many years.
Her first year as a Thunderbird, her team brought home the biggest title in high school sports. Then they did it again.
We went undefeated those 2 first years.
And for good measure, a third time in 2019, creating one of the most dominant softball squads in the Sunflower State. Then came her senior year.
It's been really hard because this year we're going to try to put our 4th straight state title, and us 4 seniors this year are all super close, and we love playing with each other, and it's really hard and we miss it.
The coronavirus pandemic squashed her team's shot at a historic four-peat.
We're just all in shock, and we're like, oh, maybe we can come back after, maybe it won't drag on too long, but when everything just kept going, we're like, this is over, and we're all so like sad about it.
It was overwhelming. They worked so hard, and they are a talented group of kids. You know, they're just a joy to watch. We're disappointed, but we are staying focused on the future.
While she'll never get that chance back, Alexis will be back up to bat. She's achieved yet another one of her goals, playing softball as an Emporia State Hornet this coming fall.
I'm so excited. It's always been a dream of mine to play college softball, and I'm super excited to just show what I can do.
Congratulations to Alexis and Braden. They each earned $2,500 towards continuing their education. Let's take a look at the moment Kaw Valley Bank and Ed Bozarth Chevrolet presented those checks.
We're here presenting Alexis, the Scholar Athlete of the Year, $2,500 check for her college. I'm really proud to give this to you.
Thank you. I'd like to thank WIBW and Ed Bozarth for giving me this opportunity and for mentioning me and all the other senior athletes. I plan on using this scholarship when I attend Emporia State next year to help me continue my education further and be able to pursue my dream career.
Kaw Valley Bank is privileged to present Braden Fodder with the Athlete of the Year award, and congratulations, Braden.
Thank you.
All right.
With this a scholarship, I'm going to go to Kansas City, Kansas Community College on a baseball scholarship and hopefully use this money towards school and tuition and boarding there.
A big congratulations to both Alexis and Braden and to all of our WIBW Scholar Athletes of the Week. Now, in the past, we've typically honored this group with a banquet at our station. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we were not able to do that this year. While Mitchell and I were both extremely disappointed and look forward to meeting everyone in person, we're thankful that we're taking measures to keep everyone safe and healthy during this challenging time. That being said, these young men and women, along with all of our hardworking seniors across Northeast Kansas, had their senior season school years cut short due to this pandemic, and we can't put into words how sorry we are. But for our 34 WIBW Scholar Athletes and all high school seniors across the Sunflower State, we want you to know we're proud of you. You have such bright futures ahead, and we cannot wait to see where life takes you next. I'm Marlia Campbell with Mitchell Summers. We'll see you soon.